Whether or not you go in for surgery depends on surgeon preference. It depends on perhaps your age and your activity level, what you need to return back to. So anyone that wants to return back to any change of direction, pivoting, jump landing sports, they will need the ACL repaired, as well as anyone that has recurrent episodes of instability or that feeling of giving way. So that's an indication that the ACL does need to be repaired, because there's increased risk of cartilage damage and therefore there'll be an increased risk of potentially developing early onset of osteoarthritis. So the surgery will involve a couple of incision sites. It depends on what graft the surgeon chooses to use. There's hamstrings, quads and patella. Generally speaking, the hamstring's probably a little bit more frequently used. Quads are definitely becoming more and more frequent as well. And after surgery, usually an overnight stay, then a physio will come by and teach you how to fully extend the knee and activate your quads. Rehab after surgery is the most important part of it. So getting the graft fixed, getting a new stable ACL is just such a small percentage of the overall process. What I want you to do is push your knee down as hard as you can. Think about squeezing my hand here, and you're going to think about tensing the inner thigh. Relax off. There's actually been good evidence to show that 5 weeks of intense rehab aiming towards getting 90% strength between your left and your right before you go in for surgery has more favourable outcomes 2 years after the operation. That doesn't mean that everyone needs to wait 5 weeks to have the surgery. It all comes down to your lifestyle. Is it your first ACL? Is it your third ACL? Do you have any other pre-existing knee injuries? Was there anything else injured at the time? So they will all contribute to how long it does take for you to get back to your pre-injury function. It also depends on how diligent you are with your rehab and how much work you put into actually getting there. John's amazing in terms of his motivation, commitment towards rehab. We actually are taking it a little bit slower this time. Because he's had 3 ACLs, this is his 3rd, he has a fair bit of scar tissue in that knee, and so we need to really watch the swelling side of things. Come back towards the box, keeping your feet wide, weight back through your heels, take your bottom back to the box, spread your feet, clench your bum, and then come up tall. Any pain or discomfort in your knee?
No, it feels really good.
In the gym, that's when we will start then some quarter squats and some lighter leg press and some lower level body weight and lightweight exercises. Getting you on a stationary bike once you can bend the knee to 90 degrees and building resistance on that bike is a good way to help with the quads. And then we just keep progressing from there and making the exercises a little bit harder, a little bit more demanding, and then working towards sport-specific exercises, towards running, and then your agility, change of direction into your jump landings. It's really rewarding, and that's why I love ACL so much, is because it is a up to 12-month process. It could be longer for some and it could be shorter for others. It really depends on your other work-life commitments. There's nothing better than seeing them return back to their game, their sport, whatever they wanted to do with their goals, and achieving those goals makes it all worthwhile.